Well, Dr. Boyd, welcome to Stanford.
Thank you.
And it's great congratulations and on your new appointment. And I know that God has called you. You're anointed and appointed, so we already know that you have the victory and the blessed in all areas, so you're going to make a tremendous difference. Would you be kind enough to tell us a little bit about what God has called you to do and where you are, and go ahead and celebrate your victory.
I have recently, in the past week actually, assumed the presidency of Ecumenical Theological Seminary in Detroit, Michigan. It's an interdenominational institution which has been accredited by the Association of Theological Schools just for the past 2 years. So we're a new seminary, again, cross-racial, cross-denominational, interdenominational, but specifically geared to the ministry in the city of Detroit. Detroit has gone through, as everybody knows, some great challenges over the past couple of years in the crisis with the automotive industry. And Ecumenical Seminary sees itself as one of those institutions within the city that it will be a part of the transformation of Detroit.
Right.
Moving it back to not its former glory, but moving it to the glory that God would have it move to in this new century.
Right.
So Ecumenical Seminary is one of the newer players in terms of transformation in the city of Detroit.
Right. Can you share with us, you were in Pittsburgh, what were you doing there?
For 7 years I was Director of Accreditation and Leadership Education with the Association of Theological Schools, and this is an agency that accredits some 250 seminaries in the United States and Canada. So part of my job there was to work with teams to gather the teams that go into the schools to do the accreditation, but also the other half of my job was to do leadership education for seminary faculty and administrators. So I had my hands full with that for 7 years, and before that I was a professor of pastoral care and counseling at United Theological Seminary in Dayton, Ohio.
Excellent.
So I've been in theological education for many years, but now very seriously in the area of administration. So I'm prayerful that God will stir up that administrative gift like never before.
Okay, amen. And let me ask you two other questions. And you were sharing that you're the second African American woman to be the president.
Yes. ATS again accredits 250 schools, and there is only one other African American woman president. And it's interesting because she is the president. Leah Fitzhugh is her name, and she is the president of Payne Theological Seminary, which is the AME seminary.
Right.
And I was the first African American dean of any seminary, and I was dean at Payne. So she and I share Payne, and Payne has made those two firsts in theological education. So
I'm familiar with her name from Eastern.
Correct.
Right,
yes,
she came from Eastern.
Right, Philadelphia. Right.
Excellent.
Right.
Can you share very quickly the importance of embracing a theological education in one from an accredited institution?
The value of accredited education is that we are held accountable under a series of standards that all seminaries have agreed to, so that when a student receives a degree from an accredited seminary, he or she stands alongside any other institution. So accredited schools range from Fuller Seminary in California, which is an interdenominational evangelical institution, to Harvard University, Harvard Seminary on the East Coast, and all the schools in between. Oral Roberts, again, is another school that's accredited by ATS, and so we accredit a range of schools. So it's not just one theological position that's privileged, but all positions. But those schools have come together under an umbrella of standards that they have created and that they have agreed upon. So students are afforded an education that has, so to speak, a seal from a wide variety of institutions. We don't certify degree programs in the sense that we tell schools, or that the accrediting agency says how they have to do the program, but it is, if you have a certain program, there are general rules that you go by.
Right.
So I think that's very important, and particularly if students want to go on for further education, PhD programs. PhD programs do not accept students who are not educated at accredited institutions.
That's right.
So I think that's important as well.
Okay. What brings you to Stamford, Connecticut? And
I'm here with WOMB, Women Organizing, Mobilizing, and Building, and have known Dr. Barbara Lucas, the president of WOMB, since we were 17 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
So we go all the way back together, and I'm always glad to be a part of what Dr. Lucas is doing, and her ministry has blessed so many. And then also I have relatives here in Stamford, so
Oh,
I'm
you
looking
do?
forward to seeing them.
Excellent,
I haven't seen them for many years, so it's a pleasure to be here and a pleasure to meet you, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you more and to know your ministry more, that we might link up in the future.
Okay. God bless. Thank you so much, and may God richly bless you and your new appointment and call. And we thank you that the victory of success is pouring down upon you even now. And thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
All right.